I am with the lovely Bayou Bennett, who is the daughter of Washboard Leo, and you did a documentary on Washboard Leo, and he's from Mandeville, and he invented the electric washboard.
Yes, he did.
And you did the documentary. It took 10 years in the making to do this documentary. Tell us about the documentary.
The New York Times called him the Jimi Hendrix of the washboard, a zydeco music legend. This is a film about Washboard Leo by me, his daughter. Well, my dad and I weren't in touch for most of my life, but as I started making the film, we grew closer. And as I came to see, his life was much like Hurricane Katrina, which destroyed his hometown of Louisiana. Arriving close to fame, the lead singer of his band suddenly died.
I've kind of freaked out ever since then. And it's made me very suicidal and very sad.
And then he lost his best friend.
My dad and I were really close. Closer than I've never been too close to anybody. Unfortunately, even my wife or girlfriends, as close as I was to my dad in an emotional way.
But he always had his music to fall back on, and now he has me.
So cool. I love that. History of the washboard is something you don't normally see.
In my film, there's parts of it where you'll feel like you're in the 60s because he got the footage of Jimi Hendrix's last festival at the Atlanta Pop Festival.
They call him Jimi Hendrix of the washboard.
Right, right, exactly. That's where he got inspired. Yes, yes.
You had two fathers because your father had a good friend.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that. We're going to see a little bit about that. And his name was D Minor.
Exactly.
Okay, and he got together with him. And tell us about that relationship.
Okay. Well, basically, the band Cornbread, that they formed in the '70s, and basically, D Minor was the banjo player. He was an incredible picker and Leo's best friend. Well, apparently. Well, I think I was kind of a mistake, but a blessing. Yeah. So again, it was like one of those things where, mom and Leo. Okay. Anyway, so I'll move on. So then I'll fast forward to 6 years later. My father, my stepfather, David Minor Bennett, D Minor Bennett, and my mother fell in love, and so then he asked her to marry him, adopted me, and my biological father Leo was happy about it because he felt he would be a great father, and he was.
That's cool. And we're going to see a little bit of that.
So,
My Two Dads.
Okay, sounds good.
I was fortunate to grow up with two dads. There's my biological dad, known as Washboard Leo Thomas, the Jimi Hendrix of the washboard, and his best friend, my stepfather, who goes by D Minor. D Minor became a teacher so he could raise me. I always felt that I got my creative genes from Leo and a proper raising from D Minor. D Minor was the teacher of math and of life. When my two dads were on stage, it was like one was a left arm and the other was a right arm. They were incredibly in sync, one always knowing what the other was gonna play. On stage, they created something truly magical.
Like after the show, they'd be signing autographs, and I'd be sitting there with my two dads on each side, and I'd be like, "These are my two dads." I'm like 6 years old, and it doesn't seem different to me.
And actually, I heard that that one of the mothers or the new wife didn't want you there.
Right, right. So he got my biological father, Leo, got married.
Is that in the documentary?
It is, yeah, because it's a huge. The reason that it is because it's kind of. we all go through things, and this one thing kind of brought us together. She didn't want us together at all. She didn't want anybody in his life, and especially his daughter. Basically, she would keep us apart. And finally, and it shows in the documentary, I actually captured the day that he signed the papers for the divorce because she would not allow me.
And you won out.
Yes.
And now you also play music with him. Too.
Yes, well, I sang and did a little song with him. It's called Papa Legba, and his new album called New Orleans, and so he just released that, and it's very exciting.
And say it again so everybody knows.
Oh yeah, New Orleans.
And you have a book.
Yes, the children's book is also about environmentalism. So Larry, both things, the documentary and the book, are about environmentalism, saving the swamplands, keeping people's positive thoughts and bringing it back. The Nutrifrog Kingdom book, if you go to Washboard Leo and Me, then you'll be able to see where I'll be selling it. And then also that's also a good site to go for the film. Dolce Films also updates and will tell everybody what the future projects and what we're doing with the film as well.
Real quickly, what does Dolce Films do?
Dolce Films is a TV and film production company that I work for. And
where?
In New York City.
In New York.
Yes.
So we're glad to have you down here.
Thank you.
We got the book. Look for the film.
Yes.
And is it at any festivals or anything?
It's currently, I just entered in a lot, so hopefully we'll be seeing it in New Orleans and the Big Easy in this area.
Fantastic.
Yes, wonderful.
Thank you so very much,
you, Larry.
Bennett. Thank you very much.
Oh.
We'll get Washboard Leo in here too, and play some songs from his new album,
There
his
you
new
go.
CD.
Great.